What's up, Infinity? With the great sustained power. Hope all is well. Thought I'd start off this tarot reading by standing up because I really want to just kind of dig in. Okay, seeing what we can find. See what kind of information the universe doesn't mind providing. Take my jacket off. You guys forgive me. I got my wifey on. All right. Sometimes I like to get off into the moon. So tonight or early morning, we had some type of void of course moon. Now this void of course moon is when the moon's moving in between signs, so it ain't nobody's moon. It's just the moon and herself. And that lasted for a few hours. Military time 22:08, so I'm guessing that's about 11 o'clock tonight. And then till 4:45 in the morning. I'm sorry, I'm off. That was for 8:28. So something big is happening at 8:28. Must be. I don't know. I don't really too many times read the cards wrong. I guess that's kind of vanity, but that's just my luck. So yeah. So I guess we missed that void of course moon. Was you feeling crazy from 4 o'clock this afternoon till 8 o'clock tonight? Look at all these cards coming out. So I guess what I'll do is read the ones that are in the upright. That one fell over. So we'll just say this has to do with spirituality. We'll use this as our cover card here. You know how when you play poker, you have your little cover card there so nobody can see your cards and see what you're thinking about? All right, so you guys sit back, relax. Let's see what these cards got to deal with. Okay, so right off, it seems like we're dealing with the earth element. Those who are in the earth element, most of the time when you see the pentacles in tarot, the diamonds in cartomancy, it's dealing with that earth element. Your earth elements are your Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn as well too. I've always said watch out for these nines. Okay, so again, you guys holding it down for the nappy heads. Okay, this is somebody who's really reserved. Okay, they're wild and passionate, but at the same time, their life is very mysterious. Okay, again, this could be two people who really nourish each other. Somebody whose home is their home, somebody who feels comfortable together, quote unquote, love, sex, and magic. It's the Old Dominion, okay? The God ordained sermon. It could be marriage, it could be holy matrimony. I do see something that has to do with 19. I feel like 19 is a pretty powerful number because when you add 9 plus 1, okay, here you guys, that's 10, so it's a new beginning. I've been seeing a lot with these new awakenings, and don't it seem like too, like, okay, so we're almost here for the new moon. It's like by the time you get ready to release something, here comes the new moon, and now it's time to set new intentions. So this is what this could represent too, to pay attention to those new beginnings that you want to see as well too. Hopefully during some of this releasing, you know, you guys will be able to have to make some room for some new intentions, some pure intentions. I read a quote earlier today, and it didn't even have nothing to do with tension. It was just all about the love. And I think that's what I see here. Okay, so because it's bringing me back to the cards as well too. But this is gratification. This is the time when you would light 3 candles to represent those 3 major things that's going on in your life, those 3 things that you would like to see when you set those new intentions as well too. Okay, so a complete and gratifying way to unite minds is by the flesh. Okay, so love making. Okay, so love is rooted in intimacy, so that follows with intercourse. So this again, that's like passionate sex, that love making, that God-ordained sermon we were just talking about. The beginning and the happening, I should say. But it looks like you have your King of Hearts here. That's something you definitely want to see when you see the King of Hearts, because it's inviting that sensitivity. Again, try to channel some of that passion, some of those things that you want to see by using all your senses, like smell, okay, your sight, what entices their mind. Try to think like them. Try to think what would be teasing to them as well too, but not where it's like completely just driving them insane, but just enough just to entice them each day, so that when you do share that moment, you have that, you've been working on it all day. Because remind you have to stay professional. You can't just be walking around 24 hours a day horny for your partner. So, but it's saying still keep that invitation, keep that flame lit, keep it going, keep that fire, the hand reaching out of the fire. So we have a 3 of spades here. I really feel like with the 3 of spades, again, it's like the sword, you could be dealing within the air element as well too. But I do see someone here that's trying to find balance. And a lot of times when you talk about balance, you think about the scales. And when you think about the scales, you think about Libra. So Libra is ruled by Jupiter. And they got to have, I feel like, okay, so maybe Libra is not ruled by Jupiter. Maybe it's just Scorpio and Taurus. But Jupiter is like the biggest planet that's out there. So again, all those things, those frequencies and those energies that we get within our solar system, it can kind of be heavy sometimes. And I don't know if you saw the quote from yesterday, but I think that's a beautiful job, the way that you're handling this heavy shit. So, and again, with that void of course moon and the energy being kind of crazy as well too. Here in Florida, it's really hot. So we kind of get sweaty, it's like, the fire is always kind of lit. So again, it's kind of, you have that sensual, and you have that like, okay, so things are already starting to get wet. Things are already, you have the climate, everything else, but in a way where, you're going to go outside and you're going to cool off. Now you're underneath the stars. And, it's just like nature kind of really brings the freak out in people as well too. So like you are sweating, and then so now clothes are starting to come off and things like that. So I guess it really depends on what kind of area you live in as well. But you guys, this is a beautiful reading. Look how it started. And then you have your king, and then you also have your queen of hearts here. So you have a king of hearts here. You have your queen of hearts. So yesterday's reading, we had 2 jacks. And the way that I looked at it now, that I noticed, like I've been doing some research and stuff, it's like the duke and the princesses inside the castle. So a lot of times we only focus on the king and queen, but in this reading, they are the rulers of their house, their home, their business, or wherever they share partnership in the bedroom, you guys. So 5 of spades. Anytime you see the 5 of spades, is like dealing with that 5 of swords. It's time to shake things up. We just talked about the 3 candles. One of those candles can be purple. You can bring flowers to your honey. A time for a new car. You guys, I mean, there's other things that you could, of course, you don't want to try to buy somebody's love, okay? There's no shame in gifting your woman or gifting your man. As long as it's having some type of sense of adequacy. Like this goes along with what's going on. You can surprise your honey, but that's a good way to shake things up, okay? So yeah, of course, life is risky, you guys. So again, like sometimes we got to take those risks. We don't know if it's going to turn out good or bad, but sometimes in the way you do have to take those risks, okay? So that looks really good. The kitty cat's in there. We got gatekeeper. But I felt Libra energy on this 3 of spades. The spades are in the air element. So take it how you would like. But also, you guys, and when you're charging your candles, you can use salt. as well too. You can add that kosher salt to protect your energy, and call attention to the disagreements that you had, the incapabilities, and also things that weren't compatible with your future, and things you want to hold up till the end, you guys. But it's definitely like some restoration going on. You guys could have an argument if y'all are deciding to purchase a new home. I don't know if it's a good time to start buying right now, you guys, but I mean, it's okay to build. So if you guys are like doing some renovations at the house, just know that it could cause some arguments. That attention that you're putting into this thing that's causing a lot of income issues, you need to focus your attention, redirect your attention to each other, instead of versus this problem that you may be having with renovation, or like remodeling the house. Again, try to find a balance in the situation, trying to manage work and marriage, and work, or getting on a honeymoon, or doing what you need to do, you guys. With that 10 of clubs, it's again, remembering this ace of clubs here as well too, those new beginnings, those awakenings, those things that come with spirituality. Okay, all right, let's see what else the Illuminated Tarot has to say. Okay, so King of Spades. I feel like somebody's getting some jealousy here. Like, they could be envious. You guys can just really just wait on the hate, because whenever you guys do get this stuff remodeled, whenever you do get the house looking good and stuff like that, your friends are gonna be they're gonna be kind of envious of how y'all are getting y'all shit together. And just know, just kind of a warning here. You could be dealing with that, because a lot of times when we see that King of Spades, it's that damn devil. So again, we started out with the earth element, so you could be dealing with the Capricorn in this situation as well too. There could also be some ribbon cutting ceremonies, like where you're actually cutting the ribbon as well too. But again, a lot of times when you see that devil, it has to do with being a sex devil in the bedroom, or wherever you guys like to make love. But it's about intimacy. It's about, lust as well too. It has a lot to do with those erotic and those exotic outbursts as well too, when you see the King of Spades. But yeah, so but there's a lot of fondling going on here, and it is true love. You guys too, you try to be strong for your partner at all times, and sex, you don't want to miss out on that area too. So you want to save some of that energy that maybe you guys have been putting into what somebody else's opinion is, or this renovation is happening and it's causing a big distraction, or some disagreements. Maybe you just don't, y'all both have, you can agree to disagree. You're thinking, okay, maybe something should go up and down, but then maybe something should go side to side. Don't flip when they flop, and don't flop when they flip. But it kind of works that way too, you guys. So just kind of redirect your attention, your affection, and your energy towards your partner. Okay, and then I think this problem, it can be minimized as well too. But inviting that ardent love as well too. When you see the flame here, you could also be dealing within that fire energy, you guys. Your Sagittarius, your Aries, and also, who else? Leo. How could I forget? And then, so, not saying I forgot, I just didn't say it fast enough, I guess, you guys. But I do see this problem is going to come to an end. Okay, and you'll have your new beginning. You guys can just enjoy what you put your hands into. You got your hands dirty, and so now, okay, you get the benefit of it. Okay, after you done put your time, energy, and effort into this matter. And now love, you can focus on this love. And also your sexual desires as well too. Okay, so 5 of clubs as well. Keeping an extra eye on everything. Don't let this fire get created and, you adding more fuel to the fire. You want to keep that fire going in the right direction. Okay, so some of these things that y'all been thinking about doing, the change is probably keeping you up at night. But if you would want to stay up all night, wouldn't you rather be doing some of those good things, not the worrying and things as well too? But you guys is like your head is like into your work, it's buried in your work. We said we were going to be digging in, and I guess that's what you've been doing. You really have been digging in with this 10 of Wands. Again, I see 10, 10 here. So you have a couple of 10s on the board as well too. You had that Queen of Hearts, you had that King of Hearts. We're just starting off with the Ace, but I see a lot of 1s as well too, calling in Temperance. Again, that's all about that balance as well too, you guys. The Temperance card is also in that Major Arcana. The first thing you notice is those lovely wings of hers. It's like burning on fire. This could also, just again adding the pyrodynamics to this love flame. Okay, as well too, we do see some of the flames, so you could be dealing with the twin flame journey as well too. Again with transformation, and then also transcending in love as well too. That transcendence with intimacy, I see that as well too. And it's also creating happiness between partners as well too. So again, with those manifestations is not magic. It's something that you really have to work hard towards. So if you want to see this responsibility or this burden lifted off your shoulders, then again, call on Temperance. Call on your angels as well too, your angels of love. All right. Again, like she has her foot in the water, you guys too. Again, a lot of times too, just to like refreshing throughout the day. And just like kind of run water on your feet. I wouldn't like be going into like shallow water or anything unless you live by a beach or a lake where you can kind of just walk in and put your feet in for a little bit. But you guys just to like kind of help relax, and then like, or maybe just like throw water on your face early in the mornings if you are the type of person who likes to shower the night before. I feel like here too, somebody could be Greek as well too. They might have some family from Greece or history from Greece as well too. And then when you also see that fire energy too, so that element in the fire, and we just kind of said that too as well too with this fire card here too. Okay, you guys, maybe thinking about taking a trip, traveling, not too far, like an hour away, maybe not too far away, but just gonna go, traveling within your state, but just maybe just taking a break from this situation. If you have the extra funds in your budget, if to be able just to kind of take that break, maybe a weekend to yourself, you guys, a picnic or something like that. But yeah, it seems like you're working really hard towards this love relationship, this new project that you have. So again, with those 1s, don't let like getting bitter about the whatever these renovations are that you're having. Try to remember your pleasure and being able to do those things as well too. Again, it's always about making your blessings count as well. And then to like you might have to pinch a pretty penny, but the place is going to be looking fantastic, you guys. So don't draw too much attachment to this new project that you have, where it's taken away from the family time or taken away from the couple that's in love here. So just kind of think with sensitivity and sensuality as well too. That'll be more inviting and less fighting. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull out some. I guess we'll stay away from the numbers. Let's see if we can get a hint before I pull out some of the moon messages as well too, you guys. But this is something you're going to be able to feel accomplished for. Again, this could have been like something happened, like a snake got into the house, or some type of vermin, or some type of something got inside the house. So you had to make some rearrangements. You had to get something going established for a new place. are against a, but again, like, so you say you had to throw the money in to take care of this, but instead of just throwing like fresh paint on the situation, you're gonna go ahead and go the full 9 yards in this situation as well too. Guys, don't forget to call on your angels and to call on your spirit guys. See what they say to you, and also please check your life path, your soul urge and expression numbers, um, for spiritual confidence, as well as your destiny, and also that unwavering truth about your spiritual path, okay? And this can help us lead the way, or, or follow the way, there's help on the way. But you guys, you can always check out those numbers as well too on numerology.com as well too. You guys, so the snake here to me reminds me of like mother, because that queen of spirituality coming out in her. There's nothing she wouldn't do to protect her family. So I definitely see some type of temple goddess here. You know how they used to wear the crown over their head that kind of looks like the king cobra or that type of snake like that. It also reminds me of the divine feminine as well to you guys, but definitely some goddess of light. This person really, like, they're really needed, and they are really adorned by their man as well too. Okay, so check that number 7 out on that card as well too. That's a really good hint. At the bottom you have tree, so you guys, that could have been also a problem too. The tree was growing too close to the house, or it was lingering over, or you have been in an area like where there's been natural disasters. And I know sometimes, a lot of times, things will happen when those trees, they're part of our history. They've been around for a while. So you guys, or there could have been a tree that you guys used to visit, maybe used to carve your name into, or maybe this is a place that you went to on your first date, or maybe this is a place you started this tree, and now, from the time it took from its, when it was very small, and then it grew up to be, 9 feet tall, or it grew up to be, 31 feet tall, or even 30 inches, whatever, however big tall it is, you guys go visit it, spend some time with it as you're spending time with each other, inviting this sun card out as well to you guys. Really, sun is actually, Leos are ruled by sun, but I think this just goes well with that Ace of Diamonds. So again, with those 111s, we just said 31, so that's probably why that number came out. And then underneath that was a 9. So again, call your brother, tell your brother to come help. uh you got somebody who in the family that knows about these type of things, like, laying a towel, cutting the materials, somebody that you can call and help. You guys don't have to do everything by yourself. There could be like a community home to, like, a community place that, like, where you can go, like Habitats for Humanity, where you can buy the parts like kind of cheaper. This is a first time home buyers. Okay, so that to kind of check that out too. When I see the fox and the devil here, again, it just kind of reminds me, don't let those little things bury a hole in your nest. You guys, so don't let it create, chaos within the relationship too, just because you're having indifferences on what you like in your cup of coffee. And, be sweet about it. If your partner likes chocolate in their coffee, make their coffee in the morning, put chocolate in there. You guys, don't try to just put what you like in there to make them like it. Again, and if you like French vanilla in your coffee, try some of the chocolate, or try to invite your partner into, sharing, like maybe mixing it together where it's not, like, if I don't like chocolate, I don't want chocolate. Just, okay, cool, whatever. And so French vanilla it is. And that's sometimes that, that could lead into more love. Okay. thinking about those aspects as well too. So I don't even know where my moon cards are. Here they are. Gypsy Witch is pretty good to us. She like narrows it down, but I'll probably call on the Priestess of Light and see what the Priestess of Light has to say. Please check your sun, moon, and rising. I think that's very sexy when somebody knows what their sun, moon, and rising is as well too. Okay, using that astrology, those colors, those numbers as the worldwide exchange and communication between people as well too, quote unquote. Just thinking about some of the ways that we have communicated over the years and how much it has changed. You guys, horoscopes have always been in the newspaper as long as I can remember on Sundays. They also had that game of Trump that you play that kind of tells you a little bit about the cards as well too when we read the cards in cartomancy. So you can kind of pay attention to that. Okay, but it says a personal issue reaches resolution. I was trying not to laugh, you guys. I'm sorry. But it says full moon in Cancer, so I can definitely see, okay, with this Cancer again, with that personality too. Like sometimes they go in their shell and sometimes they come out of their shell. And sometimes we forget that Cancer has those claws in the front. You know, they can kind of be snappy about the situation. They probably like things done more rapidly than the next person. But they like to see, you know, the job get done adequately. So again, like, you know, and again, they could be with those addicting personalities, addicted to work and such too. So when they see work at home, they might look at it a little bit differently than work at work or whatever. So just saying that for Cancer, you guys, Cancer is in that water element as well too. I don't see too much water on here. So again, check your sun, moon, and rising as well too. But please only take what resonates with you. Again, if you like to book a personal reading, I do sell those for $20.22. I also sell art as well too. And if you guys just want to make a donation, or if you guys just want to tip your dealer, that is $ Montanya Notes, MONTANYANOTES on Cash App. If you need some other ways to figure out how to send money or whatever, you guys just message me. There's like community tabs or something like that. Most of the people that's on here is like family and friends. So again, easily, you probably know how to get a hold of me. So it says step out of your comfort zone. So I feel like that's what you've done. You've gotten out of your comfort zone because now y'all are making these renovations to the house. You're remodeling. You've been looking at this same thing for a long time. But it's kind of like saying a reminder, go to y'all's tree. Like, go to your place in nature that you have spent some time in already together. And, or maybe again, like the garden or something you've already planted along the way, something that you were already passionate about, where you made improvements. And now, like, not just outside, you've done your outside work. Now you're on the inside doing the work. And it's saying, like, remember how long it took for that to happen, the good memories that came with that. And you guys too, like, whatever these frustrations are with this newer project, you know, it could be too, like, whatever, it's like, it's soon to go away. Like, you're not going to have those frustrations. And though you might not feel it at the time, but you are making those memories, because you'll be able to look back and say, hey, honey, remember when I pushed you in the bathtub and, you know, you didn't think it was too funny or whatever, or, you know, when we were building the bathtub. But you guys, when y'all push one another in the bathtub, you better be getting in that bathtub with them. Okay, so you guys take a shower together or do something like normally it's personal time, but make it romantic. You guys bring out the chivalry in each other. So don't let your past hold you back. I feel like that's always important too, as well too. Like, if there's a time to say I'm sorry too, as well too, don't keep letting that time go by. Again, protecting your energy too. Like, don't let those low vibes sink in. Or again, with this void of course moon, like, you don't like kind of really know which direction to go. But if you feel like you've been told to, like, go ahead and say, Spirit said, just tell your partner you're sorry or apologize. If you feel like that, don't let that moment pass you by, or let your partner know I love you. Don't let that moment pass you by. Say those things that you would want to say. Okay, so again, I think that's very important when it says don't let your past hold you back as well too. Your hard work is paying off. We've been talking about that quite a bit. So you guys too, I feel like this is somebody who's making investments into their home as well too. Again, making those renovations because they want their family that they're going to start their new family, or their kids that grown up, maybe even left home or doing their own thing, and they want them to have something when they get older, or if it's something you want to resell. Again, I just feel like this is somebody, they're putting the work. They've worked on the outside, now they're working on the inside. But a fiery climax, and we were just talking about that enticement as well too at the beginning of the reading. I do feel like this is it's like a lot of love making again, saving your strength and saving your energy for your partner as well too, not allowing these certain distractions. There's like good sexual distraction here, okay, you guys. So your commitment is being tested, okay, but I just feel like, again, your commitment, like, we have our duties, but try not to look at that as your duties as well too. And if you feel like I have a whole long list of things to do, well, the way to look at it is to like just start writing down those things that you already done. A soul sister of mine recommended that to me one time, and I feel like that was like, that kind of stuck with me. Like, dang, I didn't even realize, like, write down some of the things that I have done. So again, like, anytime I can give that advice, I'll give that advice, because that's something I do recommend. That's something that has worked when I know that I have a crazy list of things to do throughout each day. Again, like, your commitment is being tested, and again, I think it's this investment project, the remodeling, the redoing of something, again, but not the commitment in the relationship, okay, you guys. So again, setting those new intentions and those newer thoughts, and for yourself, for your boo, and also it's like, I got your 6 and I got your 9. That's how I feel like here with this couple here. And that's how I feel about that. And then it says, it's time to take action. So a lot of action time going on, right? Lots of action going on. That's what I feel like. So look at it like that. There's a lot of action going on, and emotions are running high. So yeah, perfect. Thank you, Spirit, because that's pretty much exactly what's going on here. And you guys, so there will be an ending right now, but let's make it a good ending, you guys. So I send lots of love and prayers and light your way. May you have a good evening, and may you have a good rest of your week. And I'll see you again soon. All right. Thank you. Love.